After practically 3 weeks without a Hajime no Ippo chapter, here we are with the review of chapter 1510. And I know, we are, as always, like crumb hunters whenever we get a short chapter. But despite what you may think, I believe there is a lot to analyze in a chapter that didn't even surpass 7 pages. Now then, let's begin with the review. Was this a great chapter? A tiny chapter? Well, it doesn't matter. For me, it wasn't that bad. The chapter begins exactly where we left off. Sendo opens his guard and approaches Ricardo Martinez. Surprising everyone, no one can understand what Sendo is doing. What is he planning? It almost feels as if he were begging the champion to hit him. The narrator tells us, Sendo opens his arms, provoking the champion. The 4th round will begin with a counter-attack. This is chapter 1510, an imposing stance. The audience realizes it. Yes, exactly. Sendo is asking for it. That idiot is overflowing with motivation, begging the champion to show him. A double spread shows us Sendo, eyes completely deranged, overflowing with pure savagery as he approaches the champion. Ricardo stands firm, his guard completely solid. The main commentator asks, "What is happening in the ring?" Date explains that this stance is not something you would expect in a world title match. Sendo has completely abandoned his guard, and that means we may now witness his true style. And yes, this is Sendo, in his pure essence. Ippo is surprised. Even if it seems strange, this is truly how Sendo fights. He loves staring down his opponent from above the shoulder, intimidating him as much as possible. Miyata comments that Sendo is not in a position where he can afford such a luxury. Ricardo is the type of boxer who will not be intimidated by savagery. Ippo agrees, but insists that Sendo surely has a plan. But he couldn't be more wrong. After all, this is Sendo. What kind of plan could he possibly have? We leave the reactions of the arena behind and step directly into the mind of the tiger of Naniwa. He remembers the moment he grappled with Ricardo and managed to push him back. The only thing he thought in that instant was that Makunuchi was stronger. For a moment, he thought he could do it. Sendo realized Ippo was far stronger and considered that maybe Ippo truly could defeat Ricardo. Instead of excitement, something else rose in his heart: anger, heat, boiling blood. Sendo has always thought of Ippo as the man who defeated him. His first loss came at the hands of someone who had never fought in a street fight, a man forged purely by boxing. And now, he faces once again the pure embodiment of boxing. So he finally understands. To conquer the world, he must face not just a boxer, but boxing itself, and crush it without mercy. His expression contorts, becoming more bloodthirsty, more savage. "Come here, boxing pup," he growls, challenging Ricardo Martinez. Philosophically, it feels as if Sendo is challenging modern boxing as a whole. The entire concept of the sport, using nothing but violence and instinct. Ricardo remains serene. Ippo and Miyata watch tensely. Date grows nervous. Takamura looks on with disdain. Both corners wait in silence for the next move. The chapter ends with Sendo wearing a monstrous expression as he declares, "I'm going to destroy you." He is fully determined to overcome everything boxing represents. Its history, its technique, its perfection embodied in Ricardo Martinez, using nothing but instinct. Despite being short, I liked this chapter a lot. It left us with 2 very important points to analyze. The first is this: when Sendo realizes how superior Ippo is now, he begins to see him as the only one capable of defeating Ricardo Martinez. He believes the only way to beat the perfect boxer is with another perfect boxer. And that is how he now views Ippo. Because Ippo was forged entirely through boxing, Sendo sees him as Ricardo's natural enemy, and that is why Takeshi chooses the opposite path. Not becoming a perfect boxer, not relying on the rules, not relying on decades of refined technique. He chooses pure violence, pure instinct, pure savagery. He is willing to be hit, to bleed, to be injured, and to injure his opponent in return. He will let Ricardo attack freely and use all of that against him. Whether it works or not, we will have to wait and see. The second important point is Ippo's comment. Sendo always tries to intimidate his opponents. He traps them in the ring with the aura of a wild beast. Most of us think it won't work against Ricardo. He is too powerful, too analytical. But I wouldn't rule it out completely. Seeing this demonic expression on Sendo's face, I would like to think he may intimidate even Ricardo, perhaps enough to force mistakes. If Sendo showed us all this savagery and achieved absolutely nothing, narratively, it would feel strange. And one more thing, this was the last chapter Morikawa had drawn before his recent in-person event. Everything from now on will follow his claim that even he does not know what will happen. Not even he can predict what Sendo will do next. I'm very excited for what is coming. But next week is a holiday in Japan. The magazine will not be published. Not because the author is resting, but because he will be working on the next chapter, which will instead release on December 23rd, so we'll have to wait a little longer. Remember to subscribe for more Hajime no Ippo videos. Good night.